Herman Quiroga gets into the 29, and the 29 backs it into the wall. Caution comes out again.
Tough break for Ryan Blaney, running up in the top 10. A good solid run again for Ryan. A lot of damage to the rear of that Cooper Standard Ford.
Back into that truck. The bed of the truck shortened. Right front blows out on pit road.
You're there racing down in turn number 3. You see this 77 truck get loose.
There you go. Another perfect example of getting sucked around. Herman, the 29 was right down on Herman, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's going to suck you around.
We want to get aware with Ryan Blaney, former winner at this racetrack. Talk about your run up to the point of the contact and what went on the racetrack with you in the 77.
Well, you know, we started a little bit all race. We really couldn't turn the middle as well as we needed to, and that was the big thing we struggled with. And we lost all of our track position there. On that first pit stop, we had a problem with the right front, and that really set us back. And then we had to just play catch up from there on out. And you know, we restarted, I think, 7th there, that last restart, and we were just way tighter than we've been all race, and it kind of confused me because we took 4 and we made a small adjustment, and it was way tighter. So that kind of bobbled me a little bit, and that's how we fell back. And I guess the 77 just got in there too hot, and unfortunately got into us and just destroyed our truck. That thing's killed, but you know, hopefully we'll get it fixed up and take our Cooper Standard Ford F-150 to Eldora and have a good run.
That's Ryan Blaney. After some contact with the 77, but still looking forward to our next race coming up at Eldora.
Dale Jr., the 88, spun on track, guys.
Yeah, he was in 10th place and spun coming off turn 2 down the back straightaway.
But if you watched coming down the front straightaway, he and Blaney make some contact. You see these two cats racing pretty hard right here.
Look at how,
right there, Dale Jr. tries to move over. Blaney is there, says, excuse me.
But how did that cut the right rear of the 88? I thought it would cut the left front.
I don't know.
Did they make contact again here?
Let's see what happens here off the corner.
No, it's already.
Where it happened.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if that was a cut right rear tire.
I don't know. It wasn't a cut tire, and I'm not sure the 21 didn't push him.
What did Dale Jr. say?
I thought I gave him 3 rear on the front stretch. He's trying to hook me in the fence.
Oh, you know what?
He got tight. Okay.
It looks
My
to
bad.
me.
My fault.
It looks to me like Junior got a little loose, and the left front of the 21 of Ryan Blaney just clipped him enough right as he got loose, sent him the rest of the way around.
He helped him get looser.
Those two had a dust up at Phoenix. Blaney sent Junior flowers.
I'd be a little concerned.
Better call the florist.
Blaney looked strong early in this race, was aggressive, but now running back in the 6th spot.
So now with the track changing, who's been able to keep up with it? And also, who started the day with the setup that the car may be better later than it was earlier? We see the 18 certainly appears to be headed in the wrong direction. The guys behind him running him down. The guys in front of him have driven away from him. But whose car was really good in practice yesterday? Whose car does this track condition suit?
Well, this isn't a new look for Martinsville. I mean, 6 of the last 8 winners, Rick, have led less than 100 laps. And I purely think that is because of this phenomenon we're seeing here, that the track goes through these major shifts. And go back to what Brad Keselowski said before the start of the day about the pit cycle. Which pit cycle you're on? You see Kevin Harvick with a pretty aggressive move underneath the 21. I like it. It's time to try to get to the front.
Man, it looked like Blaney didn't. He was upset about something. He turned left down the straightaway. You see the side of Blaney's car all torn up.
Remember that word patience that we heard earlier in this race?
Yeah, that's the first half. The second half, those don't exist.
Well, there's the bumper. We just saw it put to the 21.
And you got to remember, if you're Ryan Blaney, what's the goal? You're running 6th, right? You're running 6th. You're having a good, solid day on a track where you have not had a solid day. Finish this thing off. It's a lot of racing left to go. I know his tempers are tough, but you just got to collect your thoughts and remember the big picture.
Keselowski took the spot away from Logano, moves up to 2nd. On the right was where we saw the bumping and banging from the 4 of Harvick. And once again, he looks like he's just going to continue to let Ryan Blaney know, hey, by the way, I'm back here.
My quick count says 4 for 4. Let's see if we can go 5 for 5 in this corner. I don't think that was
quite there.
Not quite. So 4 for 4 bumper contact and just inches away here in this set. I think we're going to see something right here, though.
Goes to the inside. Can he? Oh, and he does. He hits the left rear quarter panel as they came out of the turn.
And that's not intentional. When you're coming off the corner, you're trying to get the throttle laid down. You're trying to get those rear tires hooked up. That's not Harvick intentionally getting into the side of 21. That's just racing at Martinsville. And Blaney started to use this outside. He's intentionally got his car there. So after this restart has gone for a little while, the cars have gotten going, maybe this outside's going to start to work again.
We've continued to compare Chase Elliott to his dad. He's a Hall of Famer, Bill Elliott. He has 44 career wins, but not one of them has ever come at Martinsville. Right now, it's Chase Elliott out front as we go NASCAR nonstop. You just saw the contact in NASCAR nonstop. The 4 got into the side of the 21, slid him a little bit sideways, and then completed the pass. So the 4 of Kevin Harvick has moved ahead of Ryan Blaney, and while that move took place, Clint Boyer took advantage of it and went with him. Listening to Harvick's radio.
I was about to tell you, just tell him that the right front fender is really, really close to the tire now. Probably can't take another hit next time.
So we heard that was Rodney Childers saying the right front fender might be a little bit close to the tire. Like, don't give us tire rub. That's one thing we don't want to end up having right now.
That was before he moved him over and made the pass, Rick, by the way.
Well, there you go.
Steve, you said it forever. Drivers don't listen. Proof again.
Well, looks like he knows what he's talking about or knows what he's doing because I don't see any smoke off the right front.
I saw you have a chat with Ryan Blaney. You two had a little run in a couple times there for the middle part of the race.
Yeah, I just told him. I said, look, if you're going to park it at Martinsville, you're going to get hit. He didn't like getting hit, you know, and I didn't like the cheap shots, the brake check, and the hitting down the straightaway. So, you know, it's like I told him. I said, if you want to race hard and you want to run into me after I pass you, that's fine. But slamming me down the straightaway and brake checking me is another thing. So that's an easy way to race.
Into the final turns. Martin Truex Jr. has never won on a short track. As he comes out of 4, it's a drag race. They wreck behind him. Kyle Busch will win.
Yes, sir. Checkered.
Big wreck on the front stretch.
Tell you something, that 21 is a freaking moron and needs to get punched in the head.
Then he got moved, got turned on our nose, and then he just kept turning left into us, trying to get straight back out.
Now Blaney going after Kyle Larson for 3rd.
Boy, I also just wonder if the 42 of Larson, they made an adjustment that did not work out well with this set of tires.
Oh, and they crashed together.
Big tire. Oh, yeah, the 12 blew right front tire.
They got into each other. The 12 and the 42 got into each other, and I think it cut the right front tire down on the 12.
And possibly the left rear here on the 42.
Gosh.
And there goes Blaney's chances.
Still coming.
They were racing each other so hard.
And so close. Too close.
Chip Ganassi, the car owner, he is not a happy man. I don't know how much damage the 42 car has. I think he has some.
Big tire rub.
Between Larson and Blaney, they'd led 153 laps tonight.
Watch this, Mike. They just get up close to each other and just.
Here's at the start-finish line.
Start banging into each other. Bang, bang.
Thumbs up.
Bang.
Well, I don't know if that was necessary by the 12 of Blaney. That last hit seemed to be a little bit aggressive.
I agree, Jeff, except I think he got into him and just couldn't get off. I think the car got a little loose and he just couldn't get off of him.
And here's Kyle Larson's radio.
And you can only run me up so high. I got you.
Yeah, I just feel it's just a little too aggressive of the 12.
And Kyle Larson was just told that Ryan Blaney took the blame for that. But Kyle, you led 100 laps tonight, one of the best drives. How were you able to fight back after that contact and then what happened on pit road?
Yeah, we just had a really good car tonight. Our Clover first Data Chevy was fast. I always run pretty good here at Kansas, so it was nice to lead some laps, and thought we were going to have a really good shot to win there, and Kevin was able to get to my outside, and then was tight in traffic there, and then Blaney was side drafting really hard, and I was as high as I could get, and made contact, whatever, and we had a bunch of damage. So hate that we didn't turn today into a win, but it's satisfying to see how much speed our car had tonight, and definitely good to show that Chevy has a lot of speed, at least with the 42 team. So we'll just keep working hard and try and get as fast as the 4. I thought myself, the 4 and the 12 were all pretty equal tonight. It was kind of just whoever got out in clean air and then could get to the top quick enough would be the fastest throughout the run. So fun race, but a little bit disappointing their last 20 laps.
Kyle, when you pulled in and they're still here, the NASCAR officials looking at the rear window of your car, do you think that sag in there is from the rear damage?
Definitely, because I didn't have it until after Blaney and I got together. So I'm glad to see that we have a lot of damage back there, because obviously if there was no damage back there, we'd probably get a penalty, and who knows, we might still. But I got a ton of damage back there, so these cars are pretty rigid, and one area or one piece of damage can affect the whole rest of the car, as you can see. So we'll see what NASCAR says about it, but I think it's pretty obvious that we have a ton of damage back there.
Great drive tonight. Well done.
On the right-hand side of your screen, nice little battle between Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, and Clint Bowyer as well. Bowyer lost 3 spots there as he moves Blaney out of the way there to get that 4th position for the 14 car. He lost 3 spots because he slid too far in his stall, guys. So gonna have to watch these Stewart-Haas cars all day long on pit road.
We asked the playoff drivers this last week, what would you do to advance? And especially coming to a short track like Martinsville, would you move someone out of the way? And to a man, they all said, absolutely, we will move someone out of the way, because this is an opportunity to get to the championship 4.
We saw that exchange between Blaney and Bowyer. It really started back in 1 and 2. So right here, you see the 11 underneath the 12. Bowyer trying to fill that spot. Can't get the run he wants. He's like, man, I know I'm quicker. So he drives down into the 3. Thinks the 12 is going to give him the line. He doesn't. The 14's into the back of Blaney. Now Blaney's like, okay, I'm going to come back at you.
Yep,
that's contact right there.
Down
and then
in turn 1 and 2.
Blaney got in behind Bowyer right here. And I wondered, how hard is this going to be? And he didn't hit him hard, just gave him a little bit of a shot.
You've seen it all in nonstop, and the crowd here loved it when Bubba Wallace got behind the 18 and turned him.
The chaos everywhere around the 2.5-mile 7-turn road course, and it started with a 7-time champion, Jimmie Johnson. We know the pressure.
The other incident you saw was the 48 of Jimmie Johnson got into the tire barrier.
Yeah, I was watching that, guys, as we were all watching it under nonstop. And coming out of the inner loop, Ryan Blaney got a little nose under Jimmie going into the carousel. Little contact was made. Jimmie stood in the throttle, hoping to stop the car from hitting the tire barrier. Was unsuccessful. Hard contact with the right front. Here's a 48 radio.
Earl, you find his spotter, tell him to beat his Yes, sir.
There you have it.
You heard Earl very nonchalantly, yes, sir. Kelly.
Yeah, been a while since I've heard the 7-time champion that upset with someone, but he said he nosed it in hard there, so they're going to have to bring that 48 back down. They said all 4 tires are up, but they're still going to bring them down pit road and get them some fresh Goodyear tires and see if they can do anything about the damage. good race for Jimmie Johnson got derailed there. And Jimmie, I have never heard you that upset on the radio. It sounded like you're upset with the 12 of Ryan Blaney. What happened?
Yeah, he just drove through me in the carousel over there. I was trying to hear what he had to say, but his lips are quivering so bad and he can't even speak. I guess he's nervous or scared or both. I don't know what the hell the problem is. He just drove through me, spun us out, and clearly that has big implications on what we're trying to do for the playoffs right now. So clearly not happy with his actions there.
Yeah, obviously upset. Can you see the positive, though, coming in with Cliff Daniels, that you had such a good run going?
I scored points in both stages there, which was nice, and setting up for a top 10, top 8 run, and you know, just got drove through. So he claims it was racing. I can't wait to go racing. Everybody stay tuned.
An impressive run today for Ryan Blaney in this 12 team, from 37th up to 5th, Ryan. But first, I got to ask you about contact with Jimmie Johnson, because I just spoke with him and he told me that you flat ran through him. What's your take on that incident?
Obviously, you're going to have two takes on the incidents. I mean, first things first, I didn't mean to spin him out. I mean, that's not how I raced. I didn't mean to do it, and I know what he's fighting for, but he got off the bus stop kind of funky, and I passed probably 10 guys off the bus stop all day. I was getting through there really good, and he had old tires, and thought he knew I was there, and he left more than a lane and kind of came down. I checked up, tried to stay off of him, and he just kind of turned around there, but no, definitely unintentional. I understand he's ticked off, and I can't blame him for being ticked off, but not what I wanted to happen. I didn't run through him. I mean, I thought I was there. He thought he was clear. Just kind of one of those deals.
I know he came over to talk to you. Do you feel like anything was resolved there?
I mean, it was good to talk about it. I mean, you don't want to not talk about it. And he's still upset, and I can't blame him for being upset. I'd be upset too. But, I mean, you got to understand, I didn't mean to do it. I mean, I thought I had enough of a nose there for sure. But running through him is kind of far from the truth.
Oh, Kyle Busch. Heavy contact. Wow.
With 9 laps to go in stage 2, Kyle Busch
now that's
piles up his Camry.
That's something you don't see very often. He was in a pretty heated battle with Ryan Blaney.
6th caution flag, lap 76.
Visibly not happy about that one. Nice to see the window net down, though, on Kyle Busch.
Yes, that's a signal to the safety workers that he's okay, doesn't require assistance. I think what's under the hood is not all that's steaming in car number 18. So Kyle is okay. And so virtually we don't know if there was contact. There was a lapped car involved as Kyle Busch was racing Ryan Blaney.
Well, the GPS is what, you know, sets this up. And I mean, to me, you know, that thing is usually pretty accurate, that virtual car, as far as from positioning. So pretty good chance that somehow Blaney was able to get to the inside of the 18 and they made contact. But we'll have to hear from Kyle Busch to, you can see there the little damage to that left rear that would indicate that 2 cars came together.
Garrett Smithley was the lapped car on the outside that they were trying to pass. So we'll have a look at the right front corner of Blaney's car as he comes around.
You can see a little damage to that right front fender on Ryan Blaney.
Here's a better look at it.
I think that says it all. I mean, we don't know how these two got into this position, but there's no doubt in my mind, after seeing our virtual images as well as the damage to the left rear of Kyle Busch and the right front now on Ryan Blaney, they definitely made contact.
Kyle Busch has been checked and released. And Kyle, you guys had just pitted, then things were intensifying. What exactly happened with you and Ryan Blaney?
I don't know. The guys just did an amazing job from yesterday to today. I guess it proves that you know, you get a little practice time in, and we're going to be a force to be reckoned with. So hopefully life gets back to normal eventually. But we're in 2020, so it doesn't surprise me to get crashed out of the lead. The M&M's Camry was pretty fast there. Adam and the guys did a great job. It's just very frustrating, unfortunate. I know what happened, but it doesn't make any sense to talk about it. Just come across as a bad way.
Thanks, Kyle.
How much?
Is it too much or just enough?
Oh, you
he's
see
in trouble.
Blaney struggling.
A little lockup there.
Oh, pressure.
Chase
this
is
is what he
there.
needed
Chase
right
is
here.
there.
Chase has a chance. Blaney has the acceleration. They're up in the east, banking for the final time.
It's going to all come down to this braking zone.
Try to force a mistake is all Chase Elliott can do. Push him. You know he's going to push him hard. Man, he's got brake. Look how the brakes are hot.
He gets there. He's there.
Brakes are.
Elliott inside in the chicane. Pounds Ryan Blaney.
Here comes Kyle
Busch. And it's a drag race to the line. Kyle Busch is going to steal the Busch Clash.
How about that?
Oh, I did not see that one coming.
Hey, I thought they were buddies.
I thought they were. Not anymore. Not tonight, anyway.
Kyle Busch the winner, and as you saw in the inset, two best friends have some fender mending to do.
Well, there's no best friends on the last lap when you come to the last corner, Mike. These guys were
Especially
both,
for the win.
They were both really going for it.
Boy, led 4 laps tonight. Coming from the back of the field, you put on a fun show for us to watch. But Chase, we just saw you talk to Ryan. We know you guys are good buddies, but there's no points on the line. But he's got the wrecked race car. How do you balance that together?
Well, I mean, neither one of us won. I mean, that's the big one. But yeah, I was close enough to drive it in there, and yeah, I feel like I'd be mad at myself for not at least trying. I mean, obviously, I don't mean to wreck anybody, much less, especially him. Some guys I wouldn't mind, but he's not one of them. So, you know, hopefully he's not too mad at me. I feel like you got to go for it here in an event like this and in a situation. So I can't be sorry about going for the win, but certainly didn't mean to wreck him. Drove in there, and yeah, just that corner gets so tight. And I didn't want to just completely jump the curb to the right. But I felt like I tried to get over there as far as I could to it, and at that point we were coming together at the same time. But yeah, hate it. We had a fast Lumar Chevrolet in a position to have a shot at it, so we'll try again Sunday.
All right, the 2020 NASCAR Cup champion. Let's go over to Bregan Smith.
Well, the receiving end of that last lap contact, Ryan Blaney, I know Chase said he hates that it happened. You guys are battling for the win. He made the move. Give it to me from your perspective.
I mean, yeah, I'd hate it happened too. It didn't work out for either of us. So well, we were just racing hard, and a little bit fresher tires there. We saved the set and got back to second there, and this car was really good. I had to use up a lot to get to him, and I tried to protect, and I drove into the last corner really deep to try to make sure I didn't protect it or get dive bomb like that, and we just came together there. So what are you gonna do? But I appreciate the Penske boys doing what they do. I missed the turn 1 over there leading earlier, and they were able to recover for that. So thanks Great Lakes Flooring and Menards and Ford, and learn something for next week, I think, and excited to get the 500 going this weekend.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Welcome back to Homestead-Miami Speedway, where Ryan Blaney has made contact with Eric Almirola and quite a bit of damage to both cars.
Yeah, here's Eric Almirola trying to sort of do a bit of a slide job there, Clint, on the 12 car of Ryan Blaney. He comes up, but Ryan has too big of a run, and the 10 just can't stop the momentum. Comes up, gets in the left front of the 12 of Blaney, turns him into the wall. Big damage to both of these race cars.
Yeah, just hang on to it. And just send all the letters off the right side. Probably going to be some on the left front as well.